Hi everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. This is Madonna of Star Small Garden. It has been raining for many consecutive days. I mean, excessive rains, too much rain. So today I share with you my 5 things to do in your vegetable garden after too much rain. So let's get started. For the first one is visit your plants or gardens. So not all vegetable plants love to swim in the puddle. If not for thunder and lightning, I will be outside scooping water from pots and containers. But right after the rain, I jumped in the garden. So please visit your dear loving plants as they like the attention after the rain. So some of my plants in containers has serious waterlog or upper drainage. My husband to drill it to get some water out, so too much rain can cause lots of problem, and it's really hard for the water to pour it out, and too much rain can cause damage, especially if it's really heavy and excessive, and young little seedlings, for example, may not survive or buried, and those that are mature vegetable or plants or summer break because of strong winds as well. And speaking of strong winds, and for the number two is trim or prune the leaves or stems of your plants. So because of heavy rain, some plants grow rapidly, and especially water-loving plants like mints, and I have some zucchini and paripan squash or scallop squash here, and because it's been raining for many days, I have not visited them yet. I have to prune them. So there are plants that are very susceptible to powdery mildew, and squash are one of them, especially during wet summer and needs some airflow. So cutting or trimming or pruning some of the branches, adding some support to your plants, especially vining plants like tomatoes, gourds, and peppers, especially very sensitive to strong winds. And if the leaves have some disease or pest already after pruning, please don't compost them. Just throw them directly in the trash or in the pile. And speaking of pests and disease, that my number three things to do, because some plants are very susceptible to pests and disease right after the rain. So that is why paying a visit your garden or our plants, spraying them help minimize your damage and to overcome the weather as well or further damage. So during rainy days, snails, slugs, and other insects can get trapped on your vegetables, and they may breed as well. So I believe in saying prevention is better than cure. So tomatoes doesn't like their leaves and stems to be covered by mud, and are very susceptible to insects and disease. And as heavy rain persists or falls, I just want to make sure to remove some of the lower leaves or yellowing leaves, because they don't like their leaves to get wet for a prolonged period of time. For the number four is fertilize your plant and mulch. So after heavy rain, your garden and vegetables suffered from nutrient deficiency or nutrient loss. Heavy rain or excessive rain particularly can wash away those nutrients or fertilizers. So I highly recommend add fertilizer, especially if you have access to a weather forecast ahead of time, or a week or a couple of days. And if you think that it will rain again too much, add some fertilizer and mulch them. And once you add fertilizer, you can add mulch as well on top to save as a protective layer and prevent the soils from splashing around your plants or garden. For my last tip is to harvest and throw away excessive water collected from pots and containers. Yes, harvest some few vegetables from your garden after heavy rain, because many pests can attack them, and if your vegetable plants suffered from heavy rainfall, harvesting your vegetables will help them bounce back. their energy or recover. So any collected water intentionally or accidentally after the rain, you must throw them away because it can serve as a breeding ground for mosquito. And speaking of mosquito, you can use a mosquito or a fly zapper if you find it too many after the rain. I use this mosquito fly zapper. It was really work for me. So each time I go to the garden, especially after it rained, so I use this to combat tomatoes, and it's very effective. And if you want to plant that is a natural repellent, I highly recommend to plant a lemongrass. Yes, lemongrass, very effective. And if you collected water from the rain, you can cover it up for further or future water use. Especially rainwater is healthy for your garden, but when it becomes too much or excessive, it can be worrisome or unhealthy for your garden. So there you go, guys. These are my 5 things to do in your garden or vegetable garden after too much rain, and I hope this will help this wet summer in your garden. And I hope your garden will be able to survive the wet summer or hot weather. Thank you for watching, and if you want to watch more videos, I have a whole playlist for you there. You can check it out if you want to, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.